Hey, did you know Long's Products is a family-owned janitorial supply with mops, brooms, trash bags, and they even have food service disposables, carry-out plates, and to-goes? Check us out.
Okay, guys, we are live. Good morning and welcome to the Let's Talk show here on UrbanCast. I'm Jack, and today we're shining a little light on something powerful happening right here in our community, the Senior Shakers program over at Newman United Methodist Church. Before we get started, I want to remind everyone tuning in about this concept of civic engagement. Civic engagement is not optional. At this point, it is essential. It's really important that we get out there and we register to vote. And on top of that, we show up at the polls to vote and hold our elected officials accountable. That's how we build stronger, more responsible communities. We want to be a part of, we want you to be a part of the broadcast. Jump into the comments with your questions. Hit that like button, share button to let other people know about this particular stream. Good morning, you guys. How are you this morning?
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. And we have with us the organizer, Dr. Williams and Cedric Williams. And then we also have the pastor of Newman United Methodist Church with us this morning. Dr. Williams, what first sparked the idea for the Senior Shaker program, and what do you hope seniors will take away from it?
Right. Well, I was thinking about joining another senior minister program across the river where I live in Pineville, and something came to me, why don't you start one at Newman United Methodist Church in that community?
Mm-hmm.
My purpose, I guess, something told me to start it. I'm hoping I'm listening to the right person. But the goal of the senior ministry is to foster spiritual growth, provide opportunity for fellowship and service by addressing the uniqueness of emotional, physical, social, spiritual, and also provide a way for us as seniors to connect and fellowship with each other, through sharing our gifts and talents and grow stronger in our faith. Because the goal is to make disciples for God's church, not just Newman Church. That's why it's open to everybody, God's church.
Okay. So you don't have to be a member of Newman. You could be any denomination and just want to have something to do right now. And this is a good, safe, wholesome environment for seniors to come have something.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool.
It's open to the community. First, we'll start off with a exercise, a prayer walk with our own Dr. Ute, and then we'll do devotion. And after devotion, it's based on a day camp, senior citizen day camp model. My co-chair, Linda McMahon, she was adamant about starting a senior day camp. But I want to make it spiritual also. So we combine the two. And we'll have games, we'll have Mr. Sid stand on the card table the whole time because he does not lose. And we'll have Miss Jackie doing bridge. And we'll have bingo, we'll have book club, we'll have art therapy, music therapy. We just have a lot of activities going on. Just use your gifts as God has given them to you.
All right. Pastor Ute, as the leader of Newman United Methodist, why was it important to you to open the doors of the church to a program that's for all seniors, not just for the members of Newman?
Thank you for the opportunity. It is such a privilege to be a part of this and to extend the invitation. It is important in this sense that church is here to serve the community. There's no other purpose the church is here for. It's been said by smarter people than me, the church is the only organization that exists not for its member. And that is the purpose of the church, is to serve and meet the need of the community. If there's brokenness in the community, the church need to figure out how to mend those brokenness. As far as the senior is concerned, being from a different culture, I have for a long time made this observation, and I don't think I'm too far off. When we speak of seniors, it's treasures that often forgotten in our society. These are smart, intelligent, wealth of knowledge and experience and wisdom, but they reach an age that it seems to be forgotten how brilliant these people are. We only arrive where we are today, good and bad, I must say, because of those that have gone the generation before. And so oftentimes we find professors and we find doctors and lawyers and all of those, when they retire, they end up in a stage that it seems like we no longer find a way to engage them. And so the loneliness increase, depression will fall into their life, and isolation will become a part of that. And creating this opportunity is another opportunity for them to engage, to still be active in their own individual personal lives, as well as for the life of their friends and neighbors and all the seniors in the neighborhood. Again, this church is here to serve the need of this community, Martin Park, and there are quite a few of those that fit the category, as I call them, the more seasoned people. They are around here, and they're looking for opportunity, a safe place. This is a wonderful, safe place where they can come. It's comfortable. It is right in the neighborhood, and so there's a plenty of space here for them to develop new relationship, if that is what they need, to be around people that they can make friends with, and so that's what we do.
Okay. As said, you're helping carry this vision forward. What has been the most exciting part of seeing this all come together?
Part of it for me is just the location of the church. We're right there in Martin Park. We have many families around us, and we want to open our doors for families to come in and interact, especially as senior citizens. I feel like staying active is an important part of living longer. Now, I've been involved with some health symposium, especially health symposium for Black men. And what we're trying to do is make sure we get the word out there on how to stay healthy, how to live longer. And an important part of that also is networking and listening to others. We're not trying to recruit members for Newman through this activity. We know that praying and all that is fine, but if you see a hungry man on the street and you say a prayer for him, when you leave him, he's still going to be hungry. So we want to provide a location where people can come and interact with others.
Okay.
Newman, Jack, has a rich history of 160 years, and we will be celebrating Sunday. But we are known in the community. You've been here, you grew up here, as serving the community. And we just want to get back to serving the community. And this is one way I feel that we can get back, because, our people are older now. I'm older.
Right. And you did right there. You're right in the heart of the community right there at Newman. Dr. Williams, you talked about a little earlier the devotion, prayer, food, fun, fellowship for anyone who makes that combination so meaningful for seniors at this stage of their life. Can you kind of speak on why these particular things you guys are planning to incorporate into the program?
Well, we plan to, some people come to meetings for different reasons.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm coming to get some exercise in and do a little prayer. My husband is coming to play some spade and see who he can beat. Or cards. He's a card player. So so we're trying to meet the different needs of the different persons that will be attending.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody comes for a different reason, but we want to make sure that the number one reason that we come is to become better Christians, better follower of Christ.
Okay.
One of the interesting thing about this is, Jack, the idea, like it seems like our process of the society and the culture, you reach the age of retirement, and it seems like you just pack your tools in your toolbox and just go home. Or you just get your marbles and just go home. And so the drive, the agenda, the things to look forward to, it seems like as the senior get to an age, it seems like the way that they look out to the world gets smaller and smaller and smaller. And this opportunity, we are trying to encourage to keep it as big as they can possibly keep it, stay active, continue to engage with other people in conversation. There are a lot of emotional and mental health issues that the senior deal with. Most people don't understand. And because they are in a different generation and come from different background, these opportunities allow them to continue to have something to look forward to. I mean, just last Sunday, we celebrate one of our members turned 100 years old. And that young fella, when he come to church, he roll in like he's racing with somebody. He had a purpose to get in, and yesterday I was helping him get in his car, and his daughter was in front of him, and standing, holding the door for him to scoot into his seat, and he simply said to her, "You on my way," and then get out of the way, and I mean, with that, he didn't mean anything. But I'm thinking, I wish when I get to a certain age, my attitude about life is still as fun, is still relevant, it still has some oomph to it. And that is the thing about this. I think the intention here by Dr. Williams and her teams, he assembled an incredible creative teams who think ahead about this, and try to open up opportunity and encourage our senior, because a lot of them, there are a lot of that generation, they are still caring for some parents or aunt or uncle or brother or sister. They are caregivers while they themselves need care. They need a break. This is a healthy break to get out and just breathe a little bit and learn to laugh again, to tease each other in a fun, loving way. Because the world is so much pressure with so much stuff. You reach this age, the only thing you need to know is where I'm going from here, and prayer and those kind of stuff. For us who are a little younger, we need to open the opportunity to glean more wisdom from them. All right, to receive those blessings. Otherwise, they'll leave this space and time with all the gifts and all the wisdom, and we have nothing. That's and right. So this kind of mixture of it is so incredible, important for all generations to be a part of it. So,
Dr. Ochi, we saw that just last week at the veterans meeting over at the library. The same thing. It was a wealth of knowledge in that room that a lot of younger sailors, airmen, and soldiers didn't know about, but it was just listening to the elder guys saying this is the way to do it.
Yeah,
and it was just amazing to see that happen. Dr. Williams, membership is just $25, and that includes a T-shirt.
Yes.
That's accessible for nearly everyone. How did you guys decide on keeping the barriers? You know, I could understand. Why was the barrier kind of kept low in the community? Just to because pretty much your membership is just taking care of some of the onboarding stuff and
Right.
and,
And
and the
it's
program.
like $2 a month too.
Uh-huh.
But that's nothing because you're feeding 4 meals.
Mm-hmm.
Every week we're gonna serve them lunch.
Mm-hmm.
And Jack, it's weird that you asked that, but I guess that's a man question because Cedric asked me the same thing. How are you gonna keep it? What are you planning to do? You got some money? I said, no,
Uh-huh.
you're gonna use your limited resources too, Cedric, to help.
Mm-hmm.
So Cedric is a vital part of this thing. I want him to be number one because he's going to put up. We're using some limited resources, personal resources, and we know that if God bring you there, He's going to bring you through it. So
Right.
if it's of God, it's going to work. We have a program anyway, Jack. You probably have heard of Feeding My Soul, where we feed 20 or 25 senior citizens every month. So we just going to combine efforts and resources, honey. We're going to work together to make this thing happen.
No pressure here. Put it public right now.
Do what we have to do.
You see, Jack, what I'm praying for? This is
Yes,
the
sir.
kind of things that I often say. Dr. Williams is one of these gifts that God have put in the life of this church as well as this community and in my own life. I mean, she dream of stuff that only God can make happen. I mean, and I often say, if it's not big enough that require God to be a part of it, it might not be of God. It has to be.
That's my thinking.
So
think big or go home. We're gonna do this.
It's a long way to the island. I cannot just go home right now.
We're trying to increase the options out there for the senior community.
Yes,
like
indeed.
I said, the interaction is so important.
Amen.
Interaction is going to help people live longer. And plus, we share information. We want to network, share information, allow other people to share ways in which the seniors can stay safe, stay healthy, and stay financially sound. Sometimes those people will sit at home and say, I wish I had somebody to talk to. At least there's one morning a week and one location where they can come do that. There's other things going on in town. We're not the only game in town, but it's never enough. It's never enough.
Yeah.
The more we can do to help our senior citizens, the better.
Not for this generation. I remember a few years back, we started a Meals on Wheels delivery from one of the churches I served before. And so oftentimes those who sign in, they either come late or they forgot. And so that's what happened when you are the leader of stuff, as Dr. Williams and Cedric know fully well. You're always the safety net. When it start falling, you got to run. It's your. And I remember I delivered one day. I ran into this house. I was late because, they didn't show up. And I remember knocking on the door, and Big Mama in this house say, "Hey, Pastor," she knew that I was one of the pastor. Pastor, come in. And I walk in. I never been inside that house. And I walk in, and she say, "Sit down." And she earned those words because she lived a long time. And I thought I knew I was in trouble because I was late. But then I asked, how can I help? And she said, "Pastor, look, I have a certain medication I have to take in a certain time. I need my meal to be here so I can eat, so I can take my medication." I had never thought of that. I had never thought, because I don't take medication, and some of these seniors, this is their life. If they miss their medication on that particular time, maybe they have a bad experience. And so So creating opportunity like this, as Cedric has talked about, they share information, they help one another, as well as those of us who help facilitate this kind of stuff. We learn more how to better care Kiva to them. How can we love them better? And I think our church here is being said, this is not about membership. This is meeting the need in the community.
Right.
And I'm always that way kind of in this pastoral leadership. I don't really care if you come to this church. I'm just encouraging you to find a faith community anywhere where you and God can figure out what you are doing in this world. And so this is one of those opportunities. We're meeting a need that we heard from people who live here in this Martin Park and beyond, that they need something like this. And so as limited resources that Dr. Williams is talking about, we're going to squeeze a little bit more to get
We're going to get it done. Don't worry.
to meet this need. And we are so pumped. We are so pumped about it. This is going to be great. It's going to be great.
Yeah, it's said a lot of times that we need to be lifelong learners. And that's all important once you get older. You take, for example, me, I feel like I'm getting dumber about a minute because I haven't been as active as I need to be. But someone told me they're going to teach some of us how to play bridge. I'm going to learn how to play bridge and anything else that's going to be available during this time.
Miss Jackie Brown is going to teach you.
Yeah.
Well, this day is going to have to hold me back. Any game that I'm part of is a full body contact.
He says that because he's an old rugby player.
He's an old rugby player. All right. So Sam, where did you do undergrad
at? Lakeland College in Sheboygan, Wisconsin.
Oh, okay. So I assume then that Spades was a part of Lakeland College, right?
We made it a part of it.
Take that up in the hood.
No, I'm gonna tell you, in Jones Hall on Southern's campus, that was a good time. That was a serious pastime.
I was from the hood. Now that was old German community in Wisconsin. They had about 2% minority on the campus and stuff. So that 2% got together and played spades and kept their mind active and got organized to see how to make life a little bit safer and more fun for us on that campus. So yes, I wouldn't experience an HBCU community at that particular point in time, but I did do a little time at Grambling in graduate school.
Oh, at Grambling, but I tell you what, it assimilated over to y'all. I think you guys picked up on what you needed to do in that pastime, because that's certainly what we did down at Jones Hall.
And Jackson State.
And Jackson State too. I hear you. I tell you, looking ahead, what are y'all? I know we've kind of talked about it, but on the serious side, what do y'all at the end of the day hope? What are your collective hopes? Could this grow into something bigger than just an outreach, a partnership, or even inspire similar programs everywhere? What's your ultimate goal here?
Wow, I look for this center to be a place where people can be updated on community concerns, where they can learn, where they can get help, where they can fellowship and feel safer. Sometimes it's important to just know you've got other places where you can go and feel safe and know that you have people that are concerned about your well-being. I hope that in the future we find additional sources of funding. I hope that it grows. And I hope that people get a chance to see how much Newman Church love the community we're in and the people in our community.
You know, Cedric, we instituted a thing called the Community of Voices over here at UrbanCast, where we take, it's similar to the old Readers Write, people write in and tell you some things. And one of the things we released an article or a post on yesterday that someone had sent in to us, and one of the ground roots kind of thoughts there. It's time for us to start taking care of our own. And that's what we're seeing here. You're not waiting on someone to say, hey, you have my permission to do it. We're not waiting on someone to say, hey, here's the funding. Y'all putting that trust in God that he gonna provide those needs for you. And so kudos to Newman for just stepping out there and
My friends will get a call.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some of the things that we'll be doing will be teaching folks from time to time how to take care of themselves. One thing that we do on occasion is do CPR classes there at the church.
Mm-hmm.
Seniors need to know how to do CPR too. You know, because sometimes they're not by themselves. Sometimes they live with other seniors.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes people can't get there in time. So even seniors need to know how to do CPR. Sometimes people look at us on here today and think that we're not seniors. We're seniors also. You know, we're trying to redefine what a senior is, but by today's standard, we're seniors too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to do.
We're really seniors.
And like I said, we've had men's health symposiums there, and
Mm-hmm.
and we want to incorporate some of that to make sure that we grant some
Safety
and provide some.
department.
Yeah, the sheriff's department is going to do.
He doesn't know it yet, but he will.
Yeah. So we want seniors to know how to be safe on the internet, for example.
Mm-hmm.
We want seniors to know when they need to keep their door locked, that you don't just open your door for everybody to come and ring your doorbell or knock on your door. We need seniors to know where they call to get help if there's an emergency. So we're trying to do some of the common sense things also.
Oh, okay. Dr. Utai, what would you like to remind each directly, you know, any of the seniors that are listening, or some of their young members of their families that are listening right now, what would you want to say to them about just stepping out and coming into the program there at Newman?
It is a place that is safe. I remind all of you senior, if you by any chance being given the opportunity to listen to this, I want you to know that you are not forgotten generation. You still an active, very vital part of our community. And so in order to be a vital part of the community, we all play a role. And while we are still capable of providing opportunity like this, we're going to do it. And so because it's not a one-way street, there is always a blessing that come back from that. And we are not doing this looking for that. We're doing this because we've been inspired to do it. Every single one of us have a loved one that have traveled through this road, and it seems like loneliness become a common, somebody who just roam around in their little life. Their lives is shrink smaller and smaller and smaller by days, and that is very, very sad. For me as a pastor, one of my biggest fear that a visitor will walking in our space and then left, nobody ever say anything to them. And I'm terrified of the possibility that happened. This I know. I have been around long enough in the ministry. It's a short time that I have served in ministry. There have been times when they finish their journey here in this space and time, they finish alone. And I don't want that to happen. And we're not doing this because we are looking at the end of life. No, we're doing this so we can continue to live to the fullness of life as capable as we can be. And so some of the seniors, they have forgot to laugh. They have forgot to smile again. They have forgot to tell the jokes that they used to when other people rally around them. And so creating opportunity for them to remember those fun times, as well as during devotion and sharing with one another. There might be some inspirational testimony that will come out of this that the community have no clue. about these residents that has been here for quite some times. It's always fascinating to me when there's a teacher that his or her time is finished, how generational students will show up to celebrate their memory. And a lot of times you hear students that those teachers never knew. A hug or say hello or a loving discipline have saved their life and shaped them for the rest of their life. And so selfishly, before these residents of ours, our neighbors and in the community, vacant our space, I want to get to know them. I want to celebrate them. And oftentimes I'll run into a veteran that served in the South Pacific during, World War chaos. And it's a privilege and opportunity for me to tell them thank you for serving out there and saving my folks. Selfishly, it's a part of my journey here in the community, is getting to know the people in the community. I walk in this community a lot in the morning, and so my eyes is always peeled to see those who might live alone. And I'll say hi. And I have a church dog that introduced me to other people in the community. And so that is my hope. That is my prayer. And like I say, I am pumped and so excited about this opportunity. It's a privilege to serve these folks.
Okay, cool.
There are some issues we hope to get into before the whole program ends. But for example, somewhere along the line, we want to remind seniors about the importance of estate planning, the importance of wealth building in our community, because we've seen the results of not focusing on that in our community. So there's a lot of little topics that we plan to address in the future, but we take our time. You don't do it all overnight.
Right. So Dr. Williams, tell us a little bit about Wednesday, the timing and all of that kind of good stuff.
Yes, we will meet every Wednesday at the Newman United Methodist Family Life Center from 9 a.m. to 12 noon. We will, if you plan to do the exercise walk, we'll meet a little bit earlier because we plan to go around 7 times around the church during the walk, the exercise walk. So that's why I told Pastor to be there at 8:30, 8:45. Be ready for me. So we can go ahead and do what I got to do, and then I go and we're going to start. But for those persons that cannot walk, they will be inside doing little exercise. Well, at our age, we're kind of restricted of what we can and can't do. But every Wednesday, we intend to have fellowship. Really, we may have line dancing. It's just going to be open. I mean, just to have fun and connect with our peers. The older I get, the more I realize that I need that outside connection also.
And so give us the address of the church and all that.
5700 Oran Street in the Martin Park subdivision, and that's 71302 Alexandria.
Okay.
But
and so And so that's that little turn. That's Oran. Is that turn right there by Rosa Fields' office, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Exactly.
Okay.
We'll be right there.
All right.
Yeah, and when you come to the campus, there is that you're gonna turn in the parking. Most of the parking is at the back of the building. So if you come in later and you don't see vehicle in the front, just keep driving. You'll run into them. They are in the back behind the buildings. It's oftentimes is the mystery in the layout of our campus, because it seems like there's nobody here, but it's because all the vehicle is hidden at the back. And so just FYI, if you come in late, just keep driving. You'll run into vehicle at the back. And we'll be here. Okay. We're looking forward to it.
All right. Well, listen, I Dr. Williams, Cedric, Pastor Ute, Pastor Dr. Ute, thank you guys for being with us today and for bringing this kind of vision and care to our senior community here in Alexandria. And to everyone tuning in, I want to thank you guys for engaging, liking or sharing. I definitely encourage you to like and share, because if you have a senior at home and they're looking for something to just go get into, this is an extremely positive activity and program for them. And we also want to take a moment to thank our supporters: Sadler's Towing, Long's Product, Legendary Kung Fu and Tai Chi, and the United Wrestling Entertainment Group. Your support makes this show possible. I'm Jack, and this has been the Let's Talk Show here on UrbanCast early on Monday morning. Let's keep lifting up our community, and let's keep moving it forward. If you guys can just hang in, I'm going to go ahead and end this live. I will be right back.
Hey, did you know Long's Products is a family-owned janitorial supply with mops, brooms, trash bags, and they even have food service disposables, carry-out plates, and to-goes? Check us out.